The Squid Game Season 3 finale delivers an emotional gut punch that serves as a fitting conclusion to the series while leaving just enough mystery to keep fans talking for years to come. Episode 6, titled Humans Are, begins where we left off, with Gi-hun, Lee Young-jae, and Myung-ji, I'm Si-won, being the final two contestants in a deadly bridge crossing challenge. The stakes couldn't be higher as Gi-hun is carrying Jun-ho's newborn baby, the infant whose mother died earlier in the season, while Myung-ji threatens to throw the child over the edge unless Gi-hun surrenders. The episode opens with Detective Jun-ho, Gi-hun, discovering an escaped player named Jang-suk, who offers to lead him to the facility where the Squid Game is taking place. This signals that Jun-ho is getting close to finally exposing the operation and, more importantly, confronting his brother In-ho, the frontman, Lee Byung-hun. Meanwhile, on the bridge, Myung-ji and Gi-hun engage in a tense standoff where the former holds the baby dangerously over the abyss, using the infant as leverage to ensure his victory. What makes this confrontation particularly compelling is how it tests Gi-hun's growth across 3 seasons. When Myung-ji questions why Gi-hun has been so protective of Jun-ho and her baby throughout the games, the audience is reminded of Gi-hun's journey from a selfish gambler in Season 1 to someone willing to sacrifice everything for others. I made a promise, Gi-hun declares, referring to his vow to protect the baby no matter what. This moment crystallizes his transformation. He's no longer playing to win, but to save an innocent life. The fight sequence that follows is brutal and desperate, with both men knowing only one can survive. When Myung-ji temporarily gains the upper hand and threatens to drop the baby, Gi-hun offers himself as a sacrifice instead. I'll let you kill me, he says, proposing that Myung-ji kill him and take the prize money while sparing the child. It's a selfless gesture that Myung-ji initially dismisses as manipulation, but which ultimately proves genuine. After a struggle that ends with Myung-ji falling to his death, Gi-hun is left alone with the infant on the platform. With the announcement that player 333 has been eliminated, Gi-hun must now face the final challenge. A simple button press that would declare him the winner, but would require him to kill the baby, as the rules state that only one player can survive. This moral dilemma forms the emotional core of the episode. As Gi-hun stares at the button, cradling the infant, we see the VIPs watching eagerly, wondering why he's hesitating when victory is literally at his fingertips. In a moment of profound clarity, Gi-hun delivers the series' thesis statement: "We are not horses. We are humans." This line echoes back to No-eul Nam's philosophy from Season 1, where he compared humanity to horses racing on a track, but Gi-hun rejects this dehumanizing view. Instead of pressing the button, he chooses elimination, sacrificing himself to save the baby. The announcement, Player 456, eliminated, confirms his decision as the game concludes with no traditional winner, a first in Squid Game history. Meanwhile, the parallel storyline with Detective Jun-ho intensifies as he finally locates the island where the games are held. The Coast Guard has been called, and they're approaching the facility, forcing the front man to order an immediate evacuation. This creates a race against time as Jun-ho tries to infiltrate the compound, while the staff scrambles to destroy evidence and escape. When Jun-ho finally confronts his brother In-ho with a simple why, the front man offers no explanation, escaping via an elevator mechanism as explosions begin to rock the facility. The evacuation sequence is tense and chaotic, with sirens blaring and staff rushing to designated points. The woman on the PA system counts down from 10, and as she reaches 1, a series of explosions detonate across the island, destroying the evidence of the horrific games. Jun-ho watches from a distance as the facility he spent so long trying to find is reduced to rubble before his eyes, representing yet another setback in his quest for justice. The episode then makes a dramatic time jump of 6 months, showing the aftermath for various characters. We see Jang-suk and his daughter Na-yeon living a normal life, with Na-yeon appearing much healthier than before. No-eul, Jo Yuri, the North Korean defector who had been working undercover in the games, is shown preparing to leave for China after receiving information that her daughter, previously believed dead, might be alive there. These scenes provide closure for secondary characters, while highlighting the lasting impact of the games. In a particularly poignant sequence, we witness the reunion of Cheol, Kang Han-ol, with his mother, who has finally made it to South Korea after escaping North Korea. This emotional moment pays off a storyline established earlier in the season and reminds viewers that amidst all the horror, moments of genuine human connection still exist. Similarly, we see Sang-woo's mother, who has taken in Essa Byok's brother as promised, creating a makeshift family from the ashes of tragedy. One of the most revealing scenes follows Detective Jun-ho after his release from prison, where he was briefly held for his unauthorized investigation. He meets with his colleagues, discussing what happened to the prize money that was supposed to be in a hotel room. The money, billions of won from the previous game, has mysteriously disappeared, with Jun-ho hoping that Gi-hun somehow managed to claim it before his death. This scene also establishes that despite their efforts, they were unable to bring down the organization behind the games, as the evidence was destroyed in the explosion. The emotional climax of the episode comes when the frontman, dressed in civilian clothes, visits Gi-hun's daughter Ga-yeong in Los Angeles. He introduces himself as an acquaintance of your father's and delivers a box containing Gi-hun's belongings. When Ga-yeong initially assumes her father sent someone to check on her, the frontman delivers the devastating news. Mr. Song Gi-hun has passed away. This confirmation of Gi-hun's death gives his sacrifice finality while setting up the episode's final gut punch. Inside the box left for Ga-yeong is presumably Gi-hun's prize money from Season 1, which we learn was never spent. In a scene at an ATM, we see player 222, the baby, is now registered as the winner with a balance of 45.6 billion won, the total prize money from the final game. This reveals that the organization honored Gi-hun's sacrifice by designating the baby as the official winner, giving the infant a chance at a better life, while acknowledging Gi-hun's humanity. The finale's closing moments deliver a chilling reminder that the cycle of exploitation continues. In a sequence reminiscent of the very first episode of Squid Game, we see someone playing the colorful Ddakji game in a subway station, the same recruitment method used to lure desperate people into the deadly competition. The camera doesn't reveal who's being recruited, but the message is clear. Despite Gi-hun's sacrifice and Jun-ho's efforts, the games will continue, preying on society's most vulnerable. What makes this ending so effective is how it balances closure with open-ended questions. Gi-hun's arc is complete. He transformed from a selfish gambler to someone willing to die for a stranger's child. Yet the larger systemic issues that the show critiques remain unresolved. The wealthy continue to exploit the poor, and the cycle of economic desperation that drives people to risk their lives for money persists. The finale's title, Humans Are, intentionally leaves the statement unfinished, inviting viewers to complete it based on their interpretation of the series. Are humans fundamentally selfish creatures who will sacrifice others for personal gain, as demonstrated by players like Myung-ji? Or are they capable of extraordinary compassion and sacrifice, as shown by Gi-hun's final choice? By leaving this question open, Squid Game's final season reaffirms its status as not just a thrilling survival drama, but a profound meditation on human nature itself. Ultimately, the Squid Game Season 3 finale delivers a conclusion that feels both satisfying and thought-provoking. Gi-hun's sacrifice represents the culmination of his character development across the series, while the continued existence of the games serves as a stark reminder that individual heroism, while powerful, cannot single-handedly dismantle systemic exploitation. As the screen fades to black on the image of a new recruitment in progress, viewers are left to ponder whether humanity will ever break free from the cycle of treating people like pieces in a game, or if the Squid Game, in all its metaphorical forms, will continue indefinitely.